friends, I hope you're doing well. I felt called to come on and do a reading about your person's feelings about you. And I was hearing, is there hope for this connection? Because I feel like some of you are losing hope, or whoever I'm tapping into, losing hope. So I wasn't hearing, is it over? I was hearing, is there still hope for this connection? So I'm just going to, it took me forever to find this, but I have this yes, no, maybe deck. So I just wanted to see, I wasn't hearing, is it over? I was hearing, is there still hope for this connection? So it took me forever to find this deck. I organized my decks and now I can't find anything, but let's start with that question. So is there still hope for this connection? Is there still hope for this connection? We have yes. We have 2 yeses. 3 yeses. Yes. Just have fun for now. So just focus on the present moment. This is the Fool. So this says just have fun for now. Just focus on the present. Just focus on what keeps you happy. Keep your spirits high. And we have the World card, yes, for is there still hope for this? You are complete. A pause before a new start. Take a breath. So it feels like there's still the potential for, a new start here and a new beginning, the World and the Fool. The World card specifically says a pause before a new start. So yes, there's still hope here. So let's see what your connection is so that you know if this is your reading. I'll put that deck away later. So I have a few decks here to get. Like I said, I'm going to get your person's feelings towards you. And we're going to start with the situation. So this could have been a very intense connection with a lot of triggers and resentment in it. And just keep in mind that fear and doubt and resentment keep your heart chakra blocked, and they keep your energy blocked. So the more you can focus on the positive, the more you can release resentment. And this could have, like I said, this could have been a very triggering connection, so it could be hard for you to release that resentment, but resentment only weighs you down. So work on releasing that if you're struggling with that. I know it's hard. And we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Have faith. Keep a positive mindset. All right. So let's cut this deck and see what's going on here. We have Butterfly. Beautiful. Evolving and growth. Next phase, healing the inner child. So focus on healing your inner child is what I'm hearing. And evolve like that butterfly you are. So let's see. I feel the need to push this. Usually I have all this room on my table. I feel the need to push it back a little so that you can see. So let's see your situation. I feel so far away from you now. Let's see your current situation. What is the current situation? We have the Phoenix. I allow forgiveness to bring healing into my life. That was an affirmation that just dropped down. Phoenix. So rise like the phoenix you are. New phase and rekindle. Renew and growth. Changed mind. Rise from the ashes. So Phoenix out of that energy of resentment and losing hope is what I'm hearing. Because that's what I kept hearing. Is there hope for this? I've lost all hope. And you got 2/3 yeses. Let's keep going. So it feels like you're phoenixing right now. So we do have an ending here. Endings bring new beginnings. So clearly there was an ending between you and your person. We also have passion, insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, burning desires. So this could be a very passionate connection where your flame still burns for this person is what I'm hearing. And then we have girl with a snake. So this person you could have felt led on by this person, or you could have been enabling bad behavior. And I don't mean that in a hurtful way. I feel like whoever I'm channeling right now could be feeling a little sensitive, and I don't want you to take that in the wrong way, but there could have been a lot of like not so great behaviors coming from this person that maybe you overlooked or you kept hoping would change. And we have boundaries. So it feels like you had to put up boundaries with this person, or there needed to be an ending here. Like I said, you could have felt the energy that I'm feeling is you're losing hope for this, and you're wondering if this person was just leading you on. And then coffin on the bottom. So let's just get a few more. We have the chaser. So this, again, that's exactly what I meant when I said enabling. Like you could have kept chasing this person even though there was triggers here and there were things that needed to come to an end. I think that this came in underneath, the way that I have these cards laid out, this came in underneath Phoenix. So you're phoenixing out of this chaser energy. Fear of abandonment, chasing, codependencies. And that's what I meant about enabling bad behavior. If you have a fear of abandonment, you could have had a fear that if you said something to this person, or if you put up a boundary, that you'd never see them again. So sometimes in that energy, we can overlook bad behavior because we have a fear of an ending. It looks like whatever this is needed to end in order for there to be a rebirth. Remember that card when I asked, is there still hope for this? It said a pause before a new start. So this break, this pause, this ending was needed. And we have the clock needing time, cycles and takes time, time to heal and progression. We do have date. We do have date. It's coming in underneath girl with a snake. So one thing I'm hearing is that maybe you fear your person was just leading you on, and maybe you fear they're dating someone else or getting back out there, or you could know this. Like you could know this. You could know this. Like maybe this person told you, or you saw that they were interacting with someone else, or that they're still talking to other people, for example, and that could have really triggered you. And maybe that's where this feeling of, is there still hope for this, is coming from. Let's get a few more. We have healing heart, not today, boundaries, and ascending. So it does look like right now you need to take time to heal, to forgive, to release resentment. And again, when I talk about forgiveness, people think I'm saying that you should overlook bad behavior or you should put up with bad behavior. That's not what I'm saying. Again, forgiveness isn't really about the other person, it's about you, because resentment weighs you down. But we also have not today. So right now, Spirit's saying, remember that, a pause before a new start. Right now, you're meant to be focusing on healing. And I don't know if this person is actually dating someone else or if that's just your fear. Again, you could know that. Like maybe you suspect that they're still talking to other people. I actually want to ask about that date card. Can we confirm that date card? We have separation. So you could fear. Do you know what I saw flash out, but it didn't come out when I said the date? You could fear that they're talking to other people. It just said it was the talking card. And then we have codependency, emotional block. So you could feel like this person, like that could be your fear bubbling up inside of you, that they're talking to other people through this separation. But when I asked about date, we have heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair, breakup. So I'll be curious to see how this person is feeling about you. Just 1 minute. I'll be curious to see how this person feels about you, because I'm looking at the energy between you and I see that you're trying to phoenix out of chaser energy. But I just can't tell if if you know for a fact that this person is talking to other people, or that's your fear. And when I asked about that dating card, about your person specifically, heartbroken came out. So it looks to me like this person is actually, it looks like this person is actually grieving you right now. Again, I'm going to confirm with the other decks, but I don't know if this person is actually getting out there like you fear they are. It's almost like there's a lack of trust coming from your side, because again, I was hearing, is there still hope for this? And just because someone is talking to other people doesn't mean that there's anything, going on. But like I said, I'm on the fence with this one, because for some of you, I feel like you could have, maybe that they're dating someone else or talking to other people, and it's left you feeling very triggered. Hopefully that makes sense. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a different deck to see what your person is actually doing. I'm going to get it's the same cards, just a different deck. So I'm going to get this deck for your person, because I'm curious as to what they're actually doing. Keeping a positive mindset. They're trying to keep a positive mindset. We have Phoenix. Interesting. From what I'm seeing, there's, the potential for a new start with this person. So I don't actually know if they're dating other people or if that's just your fear. So let's see your person's energy. Show me their person's energy. We have the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and healing. So it does look like something's come to light for them. And they're adapting, they're changing, they're healing. We have the palm tree, which is stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. So they're working on their stability right now. And we have love, unconditional love, self-love, wholeness. So it looks like they're working on their self-love right now. What are you? That just came flying off the top of that other deck, the butterfly. Let's just confirm. Your person's energy. We have ascending. We have sunglasses, watching you, looking, stalking. And we have hand of cards, not showing their hand. So I feel like whatever you're seeing, like they could be, I think that they're watching you, and I think they're holding their cards close to their chest. But it's possible that you stumbled upon something online that's made you worried. And again, I know that some of you are going to say, no, I know my person is dating other people. This may not be your reading, because from what I'm picking up here, that's more of a fear coming from you, like you've lost hope. You're worried that there's no hope for this connection anymore, and that it's a fear being triggered within you that they're actually dating. I don't see in these cards, there's nothing about them dating someone else. 2 more, and then we'll get their feelings. 2 more. 2 more. I don't think so. We have soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract, and we have breakup, separation, silent treatment, abandonment. This is what I mean. There's nothing about this person dating someone else. I think that could just be your fear. And again, if you know for a fact your person is dating someone else, this might not be your reading because I'm not getting that from their energy. Maybe I should just, where'd that deck go? Hang on. Is this person dating someone else? That one went on the floor. Hang on. So interesting. No. And it says the moon. And listen to this. I asked, are they dating someone else? Grow and understand yourself better. Look closely. Check. Don't assume. So it almost feels like this is a fear that's bubbling up for you. And on the bottom, we have no. Things are not as they seem. An opportunity for you to rebuild stronger, the tower moment. Or the tower. So I don't think so. And again, if you know for sure your person is dating someone else, then that's an indication that this isn't your reading. I mean, I just confirmed with like 3 decks. So if your person is dating someone else, I don't think it's your reading. But if you are afraid they are, then it's definitely your reading. So let's get into how this person is feeling about you. Let's get into how this person is feeling about you. We have long journey. They could be feeling quite tired right now, quite worn out. We have foundation. That came out in their cards. So clearly they feel like they need to build a stronger foundation in their own energy. I'm just going to shuffle one more time. Chasing. So you could have been chasing them in the past. This is how they're feeling about you, though. They could be feeling the urge to chase you, is what I'm hearing. Remember that first part. You are phoenixing out of chaser energy, of fear of abandonment. And if you are afraid that this person is, like, I feel like you're making a lot of positive growth. But if you are getting triggered because you fear this person is talking to other people, or you fear that they're seeing other people, from what I'm seeing in the cards, it looks like that's that's still a little bit of unhealed chaser energy within you. Fear of abandonment, fear of being left behind, fear that this person is moving on without you. So let me cut the deck before I begin. We have realizations for how they're feeling about you. Realizations, understandings, epiphanies, awakening. Again, their energy was showing, things coming to light, changing, adapting, healing, working on their stability, learning how to love themselves. All right. Maybe they're realizing that, they led you on a little. Anyway, let's see how they're feeling about you. I feel like they're deep in thought about you because I don't know if you noticed that, but I just kind of stared off into space. So look, we have apology, forgiveness, return, I'm sorry. And we have spying, which was also in their black cards. So I feel like this person, I feel like they are keeping an eye on you, and they feel like they need to come forward with an apology, or maybe they know that you saw something online and that they need to apologize for it. Brown eyes could be symbolic. We have boundaries, exactly. Remember I said girl with the snake said boundaries. So you could have had to put up boundaries with this person. They could have crossed the line somehow. Like maybe you did see something and they realized that you saw it and now they're feeling remorseful. But boundaries, so they feel like there's boundaries in between you. How are they feeling about you? We have intuition, new beginnings. Intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. So they have this inner knowing about you. We have lusting. So they're lusting. They feel this lustful energy towards you. This person too in the past, like maybe they thought it was just lust and not love. We also have pride here. So they're feeling a lot of pride. Ego, you could have triggered their ego. I'm just thinking back, like it feels like you and this person triggered each other. And they could have triggered your fear of abandonment and your rejection wounds and your chasing energy. And you could have triggered their ego. But we've got this wanting to try again here. Remember, first card, a pause before a new start. Is there still hope for this connection? Yes. But a pause is needed before a new start. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Thinking. Remember, I just was like, I got right quiet and I was staring off into the distance. Thinking about you, missing you, craving, desiring. And we have shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. And confusion, uncertainty about the future. Maybe they weren't expecting to feel this way. I just heard for some of you, maybe, you do know that they took up with someone else after you. And maybe they were thinking that they could just easily move on to the next person and not think about you. Maybe they weren't expecting this unexpected. They weren't expecting to be this deep in thought about you. As I'm channeling their energy, I'm just deep in thought. All right, let's get a few more. We have soulmates. That came out in the black deck as well. Deep love, unity, connection. So clearly they feel this soulmate energy with you. We have beauty, which always makes me think of the Empress. They feel like you're charming, graceful, kind-hearted. And we have open heart. So you could have really opened their heart up. How is this person feeling about you? Let's just get a few more. Heart fog, like they gave you mixed signals. I trust the law of attraction to take care of my every need. That's your affirmation. They know they messed up. With that heart fog, they know they messed up. It says, messed up, I messed up. I forgot to grab you a channeled message deck. I need to grab one of those in a minute. So we'll get 3 more. Withdrawn, single, solitary, lonely. Perspective, this is kind of sad. Because they're feeling like you're better off without them. So whatever happened between you, they're feeling kind of crappy about it. This is, I like that they're focusing on their self-worth because this feels a little, they're better off without me. I'm not good enough for them. We have divine masculine. So they could feel like maybe you had to stand in your divine masculine energy and take control of this situation and put up a boundary. It's funny when that came out, I was thinking about that this energy right here, they deserve better than me. That's not divine masculine energy. So, for how they feel about you, it feels like they feel like you deserve divine masculine energy. You deserve someone who, oh, that's so sad. You deserve someone, that card was down, I couldn't see it. You deserve someone who's stable and strong. And I feel like that's what they're working on right now. We have hopeless, which when I started this reading, remember I was hearing, is there hope for this? And I was hearing that you could be losing hope. Sinking, despair, falling apart. All right. I feel like, what did that Fool card say in the beginning? No, not the Fool card. The one about them dating someone else. It said, grow and understand ourselves better. So it feels like right now you're meant to both be growing and understanding yourselves better. Don't be assuming. Don't be assuming that you know what's going on. That goes for your person too. I think that they're making assumptions too. And there is an opportunity for this to be rebuilt in time after you both heal some of these energies out. Because like I said, that Divine Masculine card coming out with that other card that you're better off without them, it's like your person feels like you deserve better than you deserve someone stable. You deserve someone stronger. You deserve someone, more consistent. And that Dragonfly card, I feel like this person is having, like, things are coming to light about themselves and how they showed up in this connection. All right. I have 2 more decks to get for feelings. I won't get very many. We have Death on the bottom. And Fear. This is how they're feeling about you. So fear that this is the end. Passion. Not surprised. Oh, let's cut the deck. Anxiety, for how they're feeling about you. Anxiety, frustration, anxiety. I feel like this person is very triggered right now. How is this person feeling about you? I just keep hearing, you deserve better than me. All right. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Hunger. They're hungry. Hunger. Craving you, missing you, wanting you. And we have rest and space. So it does feel like this person feels the space between you. It's like the void between you. They're really like craving you right now, but it feels like, just remember, withdrawn, single, solitary. Like, it doesn't feel like this person is dating other people, although that's what it looks like you're afraid of. We have rest and space. It reminds me of that time and space in the journey deck that I use. So right now this person feels like there needs to be like space between you. And now I'm hearing that song, The Space Between. Gosh, who sings that? The Dave Matthews Band? Is that right or is that wrong? I think that's wrong. Anyway, The Space Between. Look it up. All right, let's get a few more. We have surrender and trust. So this person, I feel like they're surrendering to this break. They're surrendering to the space. We have strength. So they're trying to remain confident. They're trying to keep their strength about them. You could be very strong. You could be a strong person. And we have mystery, which is the Moon card. So uncertainty about future. I feel like you're mirroring with this person, if I'm being honest. I feel like you're mirroring with this person. Let's get 2 more from this deck. So we have comfort. So I feel like they're missing your comforting energy. They could remember that grace card, beauty, charm, kind-heartedness. So they feel like you're someone very comforting. They could be missing your comfort right now. And we have magic. So it feels like this person feels a very special bond with you. Sweetness on the bottom. Sweetness. Ever since I started channeling their energy, I feel very foggy. Let's see how they're feeling about you and this connection. Let's see how they're feeling about you and this connection. Judgment. They could have judged you wrongly, or they could have felt judged by you. So let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Or this connection? How are they feeling right now? What are their thought patterns? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Failure. They feel like a failure. They're feeling very... There's a reason this person is trying to work on self-love. It's because they're not feeling very loving towards themselves. And look, we have blame. I accept responsibility. So they're really blaming themselves for whatever happened between you. I don't know what happened. I keep thinking back to that first part. Like, again, this person could have taken up with someone and you found out about it and it could have hurt you. I mean, after an ending. Or there could have been something between you where that snake card, where they blamed you unfairly instead of taking responsibility, and maybe you had to put up boundaries. And we have self-esteem. Failure, blame, self-esteem. So it feels like this connection has really triggered this person's lack of self-esteem and possibly their fear of abandonment. All of a sudden, I have a headache channeling your person. I feel like this person is in their head about you. We have pride, forgiveness. So they could be too much in their ego and their pride to ask for forgiveness right now. And what that could be doing to them is they could be having the mindset of like, even if I did apologize, they wouldn't forgive me because I'm a failure and they deserve better. And it says, just what I was saying in the beginning, you could be, you could have resentment towards this person. That says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of life. So, 2 more for how they feel about you or this situation. We have perseverance and discipline. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, which is good after all this other energy. And I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So they are feeling like they need to persevere here. I've only ever used this deck twice, and for some reason I'm grabbing it again. Does this person still see a future with you? Do they still want a future with you? Yes. Yes. Something is on the horizon. Wheel of Fortune energy. So they want to make the adjustments they need to make. They do see a future with you. I just felt called to ask that. So tarot should be really interesting. Tarot should be really interesting. After I get tarot, though, I might just take a peek at how you're feeling. Maybe. I'll see if I still feel called to. I just don't want to stop in the middle of their energy and look at your energy. I want to keep going with their energy. So we're going to get tarot. We have the Sun. So first I'm going to look at their current energy, and then I'm going to look at how they're feeling about you. So let me move these cards out of the way. move these cards out of the way. Cut. We have the Four of Swords, time for non-action. All right. So let's look at this person's current energy. We have the Eight of Swords, self-entrapment in their head. What did I say? My head like I felt foggy. You would too if you had all those swords in your head. They're overthinking about this victim mentality. They're better off without me. This person needs to work on their self-esteem. Seriously. They need to release the self-limiting beliefs. Again, this person could have hurt you and they've just had this realization like, dang, things coming to light. I really hurt that person. What kind of person am I? It's like they're accepting the blame, remember? We have 10 of coins. And we have 10 of cups in reverse. 10 of cups in reverse. Disharmony, sadness. This person could be going through something with their family. Their energy is very heavy. So they've got 10 of Pentacles, so they could be really, they could also be overthinking about the future, overthinking about their job, their finances. But you've got the 10 of Cups in reverse for their energy. Separation, disharmony, isolation, struggling to find personal fulfillment or sense of happiness, taking a step back to reassess what truly brings joy and meaning. This card suggests it's time to address any underlying issues. It also talks about like meddling relatives, so there could have been meddling relatives within this connection. We have, on the bottom, we have the full moon illuminating the subconscious. And we have 4 of Wands in reverse, people divided. So they could be going through something with their family right now as well. If I'm being honest, it looks like there's a lot of things falling apart in this person's world, which to me is a sign that they need to wake up. Like that's the sign of an awakening. Like not... I wouldn't say that's a sign of an awakening, but it's like, it's almost like the universe is creating this energy for an awakening to happen. I'm going to get an animal card for them. Spirit, show me this person's energy. Beaver in reverse. Feeling useless. Worn out. Lack of stability. To bring into balance. Physical labor, which being physical or working out or something like that helps ground you. Anyway, we have the dragonfly, things coming to light. The dragonfly is also about mental... The dragonfly is also about mental... I don't know how else to put it except I'm hearing the word activity. So a lot of thoughts. Where is the dragonfly? Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. So, can't concentrate, busy mind. That's exactly the energy that I'm picking up on right now. And my favorite reader, always says that we embody the energy of the people we're channeling. And that's exactly how I felt, like foggy mind, can't concentrate. It's like, again, lots going on up here, lots going on up here. Anyway, Let's confirm this person's energy with the animal cards. I just want to look. Their energy is... I feel like your person spends a lot of time just staring off into space, if I'm being honest. Their energy. Show me this person's energy. The beaver in reverse. Uh-huh. I told you. Feels meaningless, or feels useless, worn out. If I have that memorized correctly. Feels useless, worn out. What else do we have? Oh my goodness gracious. We have the scorpion in reverse and the horse in reverse. And I think the horse in reverse talks about wanting to give up. And the scorpion talks about an unresolved issue from the past. So they're thinking about this unresolved issue from the past, whatever it is. That's water, earth, and fire. So let's start with the horse in reverse. It's funny because before those cards came out, I was hearing my guides say, like, whatever card comes out, take it in the reverse, look at the shadows. And that's why I was kind of staring off into space. But they all came out in reverse. When out of balance, runs away and feels weak. To bring into balance, strength training. And what did I just say about the beaver? This person needs to ground. They need to work on their stability, which they are. They are. When I think back to the black deck, they're starting to work on their stability and their self-worth. But horse in reverse. Runs away and feels weak. So this person could have even ran from you. When in the upright, can achieve anything. And I think that you think that your person is... I don't know if you think they're fine. This isn't a... Now I kind of wish I had done what you think is going on versus what's actually going on. Because I'm almost feeling like you may think this person is fine, but they are not. Focusing on an unresolved issue from the past. When out of balance, jealous, resentful, unresolved. So they could even be feeling jealous that, like, maybe you look like you're doing fine. Maybe that was some of the... I'm thinking about that snake card. Maybe that was some of their qualities, like feeling resentful towards you or blaming you for things that were on them. I want to see how they're feeling about you with this deck. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? We have the camel. And the camel, for how they're feeling about you, the camel talks about needing to control reactions, like work on their reactions. So I feel like this person knows that they need to work on their own reactions when it comes to you so that they're not, blaming you or harboring resentment towards you. The camel also talks about knowing oneself. So you could be someone who really knows who you are and has a good sense of self, even though I think that you struggle with, we saw that you're phoenixing out of chaser energy. But their perception of you is that you really know who you are and you know yourself. But again, they feel when it comes to you like they need to learn how to control their reactions. Let's get one more. How are they feeling about you? I said one more. We have the crow. Psychic. Highly intuitive. Spiritual gifts. All right. Let's get back to tarot. I'm really curious how you're feeling about all this. I'm really curious. All right, let's get back to their energy. Their energy. Their energy. Their energy. Loss of motivation. Lacking confidence. Strength in reverse. Lacking confidence. Their current energy. That's Leo, although I didn't mention any other signs. And we have loss of motivation, 3 of Pentacles. Their current energy. I can't see how this person would be out dating if they felt like this, unless they wanted their ego stroked. But like, I think this person's very withdrawn right now. And we have tending to yourself, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Tending to yourself. So they're licking their wounds is what I'm hearing. But they need to tend to themselves. They need to work on their self-love and their stability right now. All of this is coming to light, is what I'm hearing with that dragonfly. Like they're having all kinds of realizations right now about this connection and about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. 5 of Wands. Their energy. Conflict. Like external conflict. Conflict in their life. Conflict with family. Conflict with friends. Oh my goodness. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? The Empress? Left out in the cold. 5 of Coins. They're feeling left out in the cold. They're feeling like fear of rejection. I'm not surprised with their lacking confidence and loss of motivation. But look how they feel about you, the Empress. Didn't I say that? Divine Feminine with that butterfly. And how they feel about you. Straightening the record. 7 of Swords in reverse. So they feel like they need to straighten the record. Again, they could have done something that made you feel rejected and they want to straighten the record here. But they're feeling very left out in the cold. Let's see how they're feeling about you. 2 more. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? I can't believe that Empress came out. Keeping it all in. They're keeping this all in right now. They're not showing you this. They're wearing a mask. So for how they're feeling about you, we've got the King of Swords. So it says mind over matter. But King of Swords for how they're feeling about you, I do feel like they're, you know, it reminds me of that dragonfly. They're gaining clarity, but they're still detached from you. They're acting cold and detached. And then we have, yes, the Ace of Swords, awareness and insight. Breakthrough moment, epiphany. So they're having realizations about you, things coming to light. Possibly about their own behavior. I mean, that's what I keep hearing, that it's about the way they treated you, however they treated you. All right. I want to see how they're perceiving you. How are they perceiving you? So they're perceiving you as, that's interesting, the Knight of Swords, which is chaser energy. How they're perceiving you, 9 of Swords, mental anguish, emotional anguish, 9 of Swords. Emotional anguish, it says. So they're perceiving you as someone who's been hurt emotionally. You could have said this to them. This is how they're perceiving you, that you're really upset about this. And we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. And it says remembering. So they're perceiving you as someone who's still upset about whatever happened between you. Remember the Scorpion, unresolved issue from the past. Their perception of you, Six of Cups in reverse. I just want to look at my book. Unable to move on. So they're perceiving that you can't move on from them either, which is interesting. And then we have, what? We have the Seven of Cups for how they're perceiving you. Many possibilities. It's almost like this person thinks that you're dating other people. Like maybe you are. But their perception is that you have other possibilities. Even though their perception is that you're in mental anguish over whatever happened in the past between you, and that you're exploring new opportunities, which maybe you are. Maybe you're the one that's dating. All right. Let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions? What are their intentions? The Three of Wands and new beginnings. Their intentions, Three of Wands, manifest your dreams. And what's on that card? That says a lot. Their intentions are to like create a foundation with you. And Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. Those are their intentions. Both in the upright. And again, that card says a lot. There's merit. Like I know that this is the Three of Wands, but Four of Wands is marriage. And the Three of Wands can talk about like manifesting a future, envisioning a future, planning a future, working towards creating a lasting foundation that leads to marriage. Those are their intentions. I can't wait to see this person's messages to you. Show me this person's intentions. One more. Intentions. Shifting the energy, Five of Swords in reverse. I like that. And that's not all. We've got Four of Wands. Four of Wands. What did I just say about the Three of Wands? So their intentions, just, these cards are insane. So this one says celebrating union, Four of Wands. These are their intentions. We've got Four of Cups, self-awareness. So this person's intentions are to become more self-aware. Think of the camel, to work on their reactions. I hope like to work on their confidence. And then we have the Five of Swords in reverse, shifting the energy. And I know the Five of Swords talks about making amends and reconciliation. Their intentions are like very nice. I have to say their intentions are nice. King of Pentacles on the bottom for their intentions. Ultimate provider. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this person, like remember in the very beginning, is there hope for this connection? There is, but there needs to be a pause. Like, I'm going to be honest. This person's energy, and they're already working on it. They're already working on their stability and their self-love, but they really do need to work on some of these energies if they're going to give you stability, because a person can only meet you where they are, right? So let's look at future their actions. What actions are they going to take in the future? What action will they take in the future? That's so weird, because that is so strange, because I just said, I have to be honest with you, this is going to take time. That is so strange. Not strange, magical. And I was sitting here right before I was going to ask about actions. I almost didn't want to ask about actions, and that's why I said that about this is going to take some time. And right before, I need to get some dice like my favorite reader uses, but right before I was going to ask about actions, I had this urge to grab a tarot deck and ask about timing of actions before I got into actions. And I didn't do it. And this came out, which is a timing card. And it says, deep emotional cleanse, which is exactly what I was just talking about with your person. Like they need to do some work. And it says about 3 months. Spirit, you read my mind. Because I was just about to grab a different tarot deck to ask about timing. But then I was like, no, I'll just see what their actions are. About 3 months after a deep emotional cleanse. After a deep emotional cleanse. And it says beyond your control right now. Wheel of Fortune, it's beyond your control right now. The reason I was going to ask about timing is because my guides were like, the action won't be soon. Deep emotional cleanse, about 3 months. That's magic. That's magical. All right, so in 3 months, let's look at their actions. We have Ace of Cups. 3 months, Ace of Cups. After, the Ace of Cups can symbolize an emotional awakening. So after a deep emotional cleanse and an emotional awakening, there's an offer here. Ace of Cups, an offer of love. Interesting. I release the habit of comparing myself to others. Affirmation. We do have the Four of Coins in reverse, an uncluttered life. And the Four of Coins in reverse does talk about being more open. So once their life is, this says an uncluttered life. So once their life isn't so cluttered, remember what I was seeing in their energy. Once their life isn't so cluttered with whatever that is going on there, because I feel like there's stuff with family and friends and their job as well. That's when this offer comes in. After a deep emotional cleanse, the Lovers. Union. 3 months. 3 months. Your person's energy, like I'm in silence. I don't know if this has ever happened to me. Making a decision to come towards you. Once their life is in a cluttered mess. And Four of Pentacles in the upright reminds me of someone who's like very insecure. So once they're not feeling so insecure. One more for action in 3 months. We have the Magician. Oh, we have the Two of Cups. A loving exchange and the Magician, which can be, communication, making something happen. That's very nice. I want to look at their energy in 3 months' time. I can't help myself. What is their energy in 3 months' time? That's not helping me. Well, we have the Tower in reverse, which talks about internal work. We have the World. That's beautiful. Completion. Remember, the very beginning of this reading, is there hope for this connection? The World. After a pause. So 3 months. And the Tower in reverse also talks about making adjustments in love. So they're ready to make adjustments. They've done the internal work. They've closed out, this, whatever this chapter is that they're on right now. Hang on. I just want to get 2 more. Their energy in 3 months when they take this action. We have the sun. That's beautiful. We have temperance, a perfect balance. So very balanced in their energy, healed or healing. And we have the Two of Coins, planning and execution. So they're no longer planning and execution. So they're no longer, I don't even want to, the energy that they're in right now is just, that's wake up call energy. That's the call to go within and do some inner work is what I'm hearing. So before I get messages, I just kind of want to see how you're feeling about this. I'm only going to get a few cards. Before I do that, Spirit, show me their... I am not surprised I'm seeing that. The annihilation and the purging of anything that's unnecessary. The Panther pounces into your life and wreaks havoc in order to move you towards a brighter future. I am not surprised I just saw that card. Anyway, I just want to look at their energy in 3 months' time. 3 months' time. What is their energy? What is their energy in 3 months' time? 3 months' time. 3 months' time. Their energy in 3 months. I've never been so quiet in a reading in my life. I've never been so quiet in a reading in my life. You guys, whoa. Peacocking. Wanting to show off everything they've done. I always think of renewal with the peacock too. I've never been... Again, I think your person is just like thinking all the time. Like their head is just like all the time. I'm not saying they're crazy. I'm saying that like the wheel in their head is just like constantly going. I'm a little bit surprised by this. The dragon. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. This is their energy in 3 months. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we were traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep in our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. And the peacock. Their energy. I keep hearing wake up call. Like this person has had a wake up call. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. When in balance, confident and kind. So when they come in, they're being confident and kind. It also says, I don't want to read you the whole thing. It does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. But the self, balancing the ego, they're not going to be coming in with resentment. Okay. You guys know me. I'm like not normally this quiet. I mean, I am in my real life because when I channel, I talk a lot, but I just want to see how you're feeling really quickly, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. We have memories. Thinking about memories with this person. I just want to quickly see how you're feeling. Conflicted. Multiple choices. You could be the one that's dating. I don't know. How are you feeling about this person? I'm just going to get a few. I'm just going to get a few. We have possibilities. So it feels like you still feel the possibilities within this connection. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. Conflict. So you're conflicted. You're feeling very conflicted right now, maybe full of fear. And we have emotional storm. I just wanted to get a few for how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? We have purpose. So you could feel like this person, how can I put that? Maybe you discovered your purpose because of this connection, or you're trying to figure out what the purpose of this connection was. What was it meant to teach you? If you are someone who's healing, if you are someone who's healing that codependency, phoenixing out of it, I saw you phoenixing it. But if you are someone who is healing that, you could be realizing that there was a purpose in this to help you heal that out of you. But like I said, I feel like even though you're going through that phoenix energy with that chaser energy, I do feel like it's being triggered a little. And you know what? Mercury in retrograde brings up those things that we're healing and working on, but aren't yet healed out. So Mercury in retrograde could have been very hard on you, and we're still in the shadow, the post-shadow. So we're still in the post-shadow of that, so it'll be a little while. But we have loneliness. So it looks like you're feeling quite lonely. One more. Again, I only wanted to get a couple for you. What are you? We have courage. So you're trying to stay in your strength. You're trying. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. You're trying to remain strong and have faith in this and have courage for this. But look at that, fear. So again, Mercury in retrograde could have stirred up some old energies of fear of abandonment or fear or codependency, even though you're phoenixing out of it. And I just want to get a couple for you. A couple for you. Show me the viewer. Just a couple. I'm just going to get a couple for your energy and a couple for how you're feeling about this person. So your energy. That's interesting. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're trying to release resentment. You're trying to, it says overcome sorrow. But we have deep emotional cleanse, 3 months. And I heard somebody talk about that with, about Mercury in retrograde, how it's supposed to bring up those things so that we can clean them. We have Ace of Swords, awareness and insight, but deep emotional cleanse. And we do have Justice in reverse, so you could be feeling, it says guilt and blame, and I don't know if you're feeling guilty about this, but you could have been blamed unfairly, is what I'm hearing. But you could be feeling a little unbalanced right now as you go through this deep emotional cleanse. But overcoming sorrow on the bottom. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about them? 2 of Cups. So you still love them. Broken dreams on the bottom. We have Page of Cups in reverse. Broken dreams on the bottom. So you could feel a little, heartbroken. Two of Cups. And we have Two of Swords. It says, pay attention to the red flags. So remember in the very beginning when I said this person, there could have been red flags, but maybe because of chaser energy and fear of abandonment, you overlooked some of those red flags. So it feels like you're looking at those red flags now. But Two of Cups, you still love this person, is what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to get a few messages from your person. Hang on. I just want to get a few messages from your person. Froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. So, how are you feeling? No, not you. How is your person feeling about you? What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? So, we have Destiny, 33. I am understanding our relationship and our connection. What I once thought was trivial is something more on a higher consciousness. I couldn't understand it then, but I do now. Ooh, we have Tower moments, we have Sagittarius, and we have odious, I don't know how to say that, opinions. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others. I should have trusted my heart more than what others thought about our connection. Didn't I say? Meddling relatives. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. We have Sagittarius. I said a lot of things I should not have said. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without thinking. The Camel, needing to control their reactions. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. Sagittarius. We have Tower moments. I feel like my life is being pulled apart. No, I feel like my life is falling apart and being pulled apart. No matter what I try and build, things keep crumbling all around me. I wish you were here to help. Remember, comfort. They were seeing you as comfort. You were the only solid thing in my life. It should go that way. Tower moments. As I was grabbing this deck, I knew tumultuous or Tower moments was going to come out. I knew it. Let's get a couple more. I only wanted to get a few. We have masquerading. I am wearing a mask by appearing happy. Remember I said something you saw could have triggered you. When I am alone, I think about you, no kidding, and realize I was my true authentic self when I was with you. No kidding. I've spent this last hour in your person's energy, and you saw what happened to me. I was just like, even now I'm getting stuck in it. We have age difference. I know there is an age gap between us. Some may even object because of that. However, we are similar in so many ways, regardless of our differences. We have balancing. Remorseful through actionable change. Interesting. I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took from you more than you were able to give. So you could have been that chaser, codependence. I understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you, and I'm sorry. I can't even, your person. We also have chaser. I don't know what I did to push you away. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? You told me you loved me, and you've never felt this way before. Then why did you leave? Again, you could have been chasing them and then had enough. Two more. Denial of connection. I realized there was something between us, but I didn't have the time or capacity to understand it. Everything was too much, too soon, and I had other things I needed to deal with. And we have surrender. I am ready to surrender myself. We saw surrender in their energy. I am ready to surrender myself to our connection. I will no longer run away from it, and I will no longer deny it. I'm trusting in the universe and our love for one another. And Virgo. I had my life all planned out, focusing on my 5-year plan, but then I met you and everything changed. I didn't know how to rearrange my life for you. I should have learned to compromise. So, my friends, I hope that resonated. That was an interesting one. I hope that resonated, but I'm sending you lots of love and light, my friends, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.